Hey guys, John Rettinger here. Last week I compared the iPhone to the Pantech Matrix Pro. People wanted to see what the iPhone looked like head-to-head with a Windows Mobile 6.1 professional device, so a touchscreen. So the king of touchscreen Windows Mobile devices, at least carrier-released ones in the US, is the HTC Touch Pro, seen here in HTC Fuse clothing. Overseas and in Europe and other countries, they released the Touch HD, but that hasn't been released here. So at least in the US, this is the current reigning king. So I'm going to do the same set of comparisons and the same rules that I used for the last one. I'm going to compare unlocking the device, changing ringtones, going from ring to vibrate, sending a text, viewing a web page, adding a contact, and adding a new calendar item. So let's go ahead and get started. To unlock the iPhone, most of you are probably familiar. The device is locked. Hit the button at the top. Slide a little bar over, and your device is unlocked. For the HTC Fuse here, or the Touch Pro, and also the Touch Diamond, I have it set where I push this button at the top, and that essentially turns off the screen, and the screen is totally dead. If I push the button at the top again, it unlocks it. Nice and easy. So if you want to change ringtones, let me show you how to do that. On the iPhone, you go to Settings, Sounds, Ringtone, and you can go ahead and scroll through and pick whichever ringtone you choose. It's a few steps, but nothing terribly difficult. So here on the Fuse, I'm going to use a stylus for this since it is a resistive touchscreen. You scroll all the way over, and this is running TouchFlow 3D. It's HTC's proprietary skin on Windows Mobile 6.1. So that's where all this scrolling across the bottom of those icons are coming from. It's a HTC add-on. So we'll go to Sound, scroll up, ring type and ringtone, and here you can scroll through and select the ringtone. Not terribly difficult. So the next thing you want to do, if you want to go from ring to vibrate, say you're going in a meeting or going to class and you don't want your phone to ring, or you do want it to ring, how do you change it? Well, the iPhone makes it nice and easy. There's a little switch on the side, flip it up, now it's on ring, flip it down, now it's on vibrate. Very easy. On the HTC Touch Pro, you actually go back again to the settings menu. You can go to Sounds, and here you can choose your profile, silent, ring, vibrate. You can go to normal, and there you go. You can also use the volume control on the side. You can scroll down. Now it's on vibrate, or go all the way back up to ring. It actually looks very nice. So I give HTC a lot of credit for implementing a very good looking system here. So let's say you want to send a text. I send a lot of texts, I'm sure you do as well. How do you do it? Well, let me go ahead and show you guys. So on the iPhone, go ahead and hit SMS. I'm going to cover up my text messages here. But there's a button right there to create a new text. Go ahead and hit it. And now you can create a new text message. Nice and simple. On the Touch Pro, there's actually a text messaging tab that HTC put in here. We'll scroll over. See, it says text messages right there. We'll let go. Hit that button to create a new text. And you're off. If you're using a Touch Diamond, you have to use the on-screen keyboard, which shows up right there. But since this is a Touch Pro, it's got a full slide-out cord, and you can go ahead and type away. So we'll go back to the home screen. The next thing I wanted to show you guys was how to view a web page, how easy it is, how simple it is, and what the web pages look like. Well, on Safari, it's nice and easy. Go ahead and hit Safari. Hit the address bar at the top. Type in your address using the on-screen keyboard, and you are good to go. Nice and simple. I'm sure most of you are probably familiar with it. Well, the HTC Touch Pro is interesting. They actually don't use Pocket Internet Explorer as their default browser. HTC actually bundled Opera Mobile, which is a fantastic browser and infinitely better than Internet Explorer that's usually on these devices. So let me show you guys how that works. Take your finger and scroll over here. Internet. Launch MediaNet. There isn't a SIM card in here. I'm not sure if it's connected to Wi-Fi, but I can still show you just the same how it works. So there's the address bar. You go ahead and tap it right there. And begin typing using the on-screen keyboard or the slide-out QWERTY. Really nice and simple. Go back home. So let's say you want to add a new contact. Like I said in the last video, you're out at a bar, you just met a girl, you want to add her phone number, or you just met a buddy and you want to add his phone number, whatever. Let me show you guys how to do that. It's actually relatively simple. So on the iPhone, you go to Contacts. So scroll over here, hit Contacts. Cover up my contacts here as well. And there's a plus sign right there. You go ahead and hit plus. And you go ahead and add a new contact, nice and easy. You can pick whomever you want. Type in their name, again using the on-screen keyboard, and you're off. So for contacts on the HTC, go ahead and hit that little people guy right there. And if you had picture contacts in here, you could actually scroll through them, just as a side note. Kind of a neat addition that HTC added with TouchFlow 3D. This is not found on most Windows mobile devices. This is just for TouchFlow 3D. So go ahead and hit All People. That brings you to the default Windows Mobile contacts. You can kind of scroll through with your finger. Go ahead and hit New. And then you go ahead and add your contact using your stylus and whichever keyboard method you choose. If you want to add a new calendar item, we'll go back to the home screen here. A lot of people commented on my calendar and how I got that little 1 to show up right there. It's actually because I'm using Exchange Server. When you use a Microsoft Exchange Server, you actually get calendar notifications and calendar pop-ups, and that's where that 1 comes from. It's not a standard iPhone firmware thing. It's just if you're using Exchange Server for your mail. So let's add a new calendar item, nice and easy. Go ahead and hit Calendar. Just like everything else in the iPhone, hit the plus sign, and you're off. And it's actually relatively easy on the HTC as well. So we'll use this screen here. This is actually the main home screen. You can flip through with your finger to get different information. But in this case, we want to use the calendar, so I'll hit Calendar. And it launches the default Windows Mobile calendar. Go ahead to the menu, hit New Appointment. Notice these menu items are big, so it should be finger friendly. And hit New Appointment, and enter your information. You know, pretty simple on the Windows Mobile device as well. I wanted to give you guys a comparison. I'm not trying to slant you one way or another. Just want to show you the differences with the things that you may do quite regularly on your iPhone or Windows Mobile device. Again, like I mentioned earlier, keep in mind all Windows Mobile touchscreen devices are not going to look like this, as this is running TouchFlow 3D on top of Windows Mobile. But to show you that it really is Windows Mobile, you see the start screen, and hit that, and then you get your typical start menu. So guys, this is John Rettinger. I hope you enjoyed. For exclusive content, be sure to follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/John4Lakers. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.